From the break, this is TV3 Newday, the entertainment segment with me, Mzgee, and KingKay Africa is a YouTuber and a movie director, and he's set to promote peace ahead of the 7th December election by walking all the way from Accra to Tamale. I don't know how he's going to do that. He's going to Kumasi. You're going to Kumasi, not Tamale, eh? Okay, so he's going to Kumasi, and I don't know how you're going to do that, but it's great to have you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you're walking from Accra to Kumasi.
Yeah.
Are you going to be, driving or drive to a point, continue by walking, or picking buses intermittently, or?
I wish I could do that, but I can't. I mean, it will take away the whole agenda because it's a 51-hour journey on foot. It's a 248 kilometers. And the whole purpose is to walk through major towns where there are a lot of tourist sites, where I could also interact with the locals and preach about positivity, and then also tell them about peace for the election.
I see. You seem to have it all figured out. Is it the first time you are embarking on something like this?
Very first time.
Very first time.
Very first
and you're so confident that you can do it.
I think anything that one wants to do physically, you first have to conquer it psychologically. And I think I have the mental power, and I'm psychologically strong. So even irrespective of the complications that it might occur on the way, my mental psyche can get me past it.
I'm tempted to ask how many kilometers you have done even here in Accra to think of going all the way to Kumasi.
Okay, so when the idea came in, I started my training session.
Okay.
And I was doing 4.4 kilometers in a space of 48 minutes to an hour. Last week Sunday, I decided to take it to the streets because people weren't confident enough. They thought it was like a joke. So
yeah. I
took it to the street where I started from East Legon, in Passem, and then I walked all the way to Junction Mall at Nungwa, which was 17.5 to 20 kilometers, which lasted between 2 hours, 15 minutes. Yeah.
I see. How many days are you hoping to conquer this?
I'm looking at, okay, so basically, if I'm doing 8 hours, 30 minutes in a day, I will be able to do it in 6 days. But I can't do 8 hours, 30 minutes in a day, not because I'm not physically strong, but because of the message that I'm putting out there. So I'm going to be doing 4 hours, 15 minutes, 4 hours, 30 minutes tops of walking time. And then the extra 4 hours, I use it in interacting with the locals and also checking out the tourist attraction sites in the various major towns on my way. Okay,
so you sleep, wake up, continue the journey.
Most definitely.
Okay, so okay. And then another thing that I was thinking about when I saw the story was that, okay, you're a YouTuber, you're a filmmaker. Why not channel your energy through what you're used to, which is YouTubing and, of course, making films, and promote peace in that regard, than taking yourself through the stress of, walking?
One other thing is I want to empower the youth. I want the youth to understand that life in itself is not all about making a lot of money, but having a purposeful life, psychologically. Great people that have written about happiness, Bertrand Russell, Aristotle, Steve Grant, who have studied more about happiness, makes you understand that happiness is a conscious effort that you put in and not physical acquisition. So the fact that I'm a film director and a film editor, graphics animator, I decided to incorporate physicality to my tech world, into doing movies. Now, how do I show the world that we have a lot of tourist sites? Once again, if politicians also are soliciting for votes, they could call people, they could do video commercials, they could do audio commercials. But then going to knock on the person's door and saying, hey, please vote for me because I have a particular agenda which will benefit you, sinks in well for the person. That's the more reason why I decided to physically, and also having an opportunity to roll with some of these people in these areas, I realized we think in Accra that most of the things we put out there on screens, they have access to it, but most of them do not have access to smartphones. So all the things we post on social media and probably on TV, they don't have access to it. So getting in touch with them physically will sink in for them more. And nevertheless, most of these things and the routes start from those areas before it comes into the big towns. So let me take up this challenge, walk to them, interact with them, let them know the essence of enjoying peace, and then some of the monumental places they have in their towns that we up here or down here appreciate and want to share with the world.
Are you being financed by a politician or somebody? I'm still wondering though.
I wish and I'm hoping that corporate institutions will come in, but currently it's just very good friends like Urban Fab, like Gabi, most of my friends from local few family groups I am in, and then also soccer and politics. They believe that it's
possible.
They believe.
Are you going to be documenting this journey?
Most definitely. As a filmmaker, more or less, I'm going to be telling the story. I'm going to be telling the story from a director's perspective. Tell how the people live. I'm not in a rush to beat any record, but I also want to set a record time. Since Kadi did it, there hasn't been anything significant that has been done like that, in quotes. So I want to tell the tourist attraction stories that are in these major areas that some Ghanaians are not privy to. I also want to tell the story of a young YouTuber who is pushing the positivity agenda from the African continent to the world. That you don't necessarily have to go outside the shores of Ghana to make life better or to enjoy happiness. Heaven on earth is in Ghana. I see you have a lot of things figured out. So when are we starting the journey? This coming Friday, 30th of October. On Friday, the 30th of October. Yes. And you return in 6 days, hopefully. In 10 days. In 10 days. So yes. Is it back to back or you're just going to Kumasi and then you transport yourself? Considering and looking at how the whole thing is going, like on the flyer has it, we're doing to Kumasi. But hopefully, probably we might continue to Tamale and probably do cross country. Hey, we can't wait to see all of that, how that pans out as he tells the story going round from Accra to Kumasi, hopefully gets to Tamale, hopefully crosses the border and comes back with a story. But we have a conversation up next. Thank you very much, KingKay Africa, for coming through. And we have a